Happy Tuesday, everyone. Good morning. Hi, Nora. Yanis, hello. Hi, Megan. Good morning, Kiki. Namaste, Roji. Eileen, morning. Angela, morning. Carmen, hello. Rolina, hello. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Ling. Good morning, Yuji. Hi, Jessica. It's been so long that I haven't seen all of you in the class. Hi, Kathy. I mean that some of you are regulars over here and I see you quite frequently, and for some of you I do not see as frequently, and I'm knowing most of you here through Instagram, but really expect that I can see all of you in person and have a class gathering in together. Hi, greetings from Tucson, Arizona. Sally, hello. Greetings from Hong Kong here. Stacy, hi, morning. So today's topic is core. And we'll be working in all the different boundaries of core lines. I won't say this is a very beginner-oriented practice, because when we are talking about core, we are expecting that the target muscles are not vast. That means you wouldn't be working on with different body muscle groups, and hence it all stays concentrated on certain specific group of muscles. And when you're working with a kind of isolated practice with those specific muscles, it's never easy, because it always keeps challenging the similar muscle groups. I need you to try and focus on keeping the foundations right here. Hi, Venus, hello. I need you to try and keep the foundations right here. By that, what I mean is, sometime we often work what is being asked for us to work and what we visually see, rather than listening to what exactly works for us. Hi, Sam. So I would expect that if I'm specifying you, and if you're losing a particular form because of lack of strength or tiredness, take a step back and do it the right way. Do it the right way. It's not about getting the full final thing done, sacrificing the basics content of the pose. For example, if I'm doing a Navasana, a low Navasana, and I always mention students that check that your back is fully sealed. And if you can't really seal that, and if you get that arch around the lower back, you need to bend the knees and recruit the muscle back in and press down the back, because as soon as you're arched, your abdominal contraction significantly drops down. Yang, good morning. So when you are working on, even though you're doing a full pose there, like a Navasana with the back down on the ground, it's not as effective because you're not really using the muscle right way. Rather than taking a step back, bending the knees and trying to keep that crunching feeling and using the right muscle groups. Hello, Keshu. So please notice that choose the best option which works for you. Often in asana practice, we choose to go for the highest variation of it, as long as it is manageable for us. But if we are wise and more intelligent about the selection, the practice becomes significantly fruitful. So please pay attention to this, okay? So one of my student, Wendy, who is also in this loop right now, watching and practicing, I believe. I didn't know this, and she's so good in Instagram, and I'm really not. She said that if you click one time at the center of the screen, the comment section will stop. It doesn't happen with the user, I understand this, but if you guys just click at the center, the comment section would be stopped. You can still see 1 or 1.5 comments, and that's fine. You can still focus on the screen. Okay, so let's give it a try today. Let me know in future you want. Hi Wendy. Let me know in future if you want the comment section to turn off or just keep that one click. But anyway, you can know new tips, right? It's a kind of new tip for me too, which I learned, and we can implement that in future live videos as well. Yep, Ming, always choose the right option. So let's begin. With the core practice, we have got different layers. The core is more like a kind of cylinder which covers the spinal column. So your core, ideally in biomechanics, we say that we have an inner core and an outer core. Inner core is the one stabilizing the dimensions of the spine, and outer core is the one to try strengthening those superficial muscle groups. But both of these two together, all rounded, ensures that you're more healthy into the spinal column, into your overall actions of what you're doing with everyday's routine and life. Example, a person who is having a strong core, even if he's walking for like 6 to 8 hours, the back doesn't get tired. But for a normal person who haven't been doing much of a core practice, they start to feel the lordosis in the back even after a couple of meters of walk or an hour standing. So that is just a basic utilization of how lifestyle, in general lifestyle, you also need to make sure that your core is healthy. And so for today's practice, we'll be focusing on the front, of course, the deeper front, which are the transverse, the side body, the obliques, the back muscle groups. So these all are your core muscle groups. It is, when we usually think about core, the first vision which comes in our mind is the front, the abdominals, the ones which makes the six packs. They definitely are one of the important parts, but they are not the only part. Alright, so remember that, strengthen the entire overall belt which is around this face of your trunk. And since we want to work on all these different points and regions of the body, we'll be changing practices. So example, we'll be working with the front, then we'll swap into the back, side body, and so on. So we'll be having various of routine and exercises to keep changing. We'll also be working on the arms at the same time, because core and arms are interrelated. Lots of arm balancing poses which we do requires core than just doing the core workout themselves. Okay, and this would be overall around 45 minutes of practice. 45 minutes. So let's get ready. Come into all fours position. I personally like to just visually check that I am a 90 degree, shoulders to wrist, knee to hip. It feels a lot more stable for me rather than taking a forearm plus a palm distance. So this is how I do. If it works better for you to take that accurate measurement, you might go for that. But for me, if I'm taking a forearm and a palm distance, I feel that my hands are a little bit too far forward. So I walk it slightly back to make sure that I get a better control. Let's do a couple of abdominal crunches over here. So simple practice. We extend the right arm and the left leg and we crunch back in. Okay? Let's go. Inhale, stretch the right arm forward, extend the left leg back. And exhale, crunch in, reach your nose into the knees and your right elbow goes towards your calf. Inhale, go out again, extend. Exhale, reach in. Inhale, extend 3. Exhale, reach in. Notice as you're reaching in, your shoulders and wrists are still perpendicular. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach in. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, reach in and hold it for 4. Your shoulder, wrist of the left arm aligned. Knees coming higher. 2 more. And then set it down slowly. Let's switch side. Left arm and right leg. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch in. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale, shoulder, wrist again. Check that part always. Exhale. Inhale. exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, and hold it. Shoulder rest again, recheck. Let the knees come slightly higher. 3, 2, 1, and relax it down. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale out. Tuck your toes under. Recheck once again that your shoulders is aligned with the wrist. This is extremely important when you're doing plank and its variation. As the toes tucks under, lift the knees off the mat by 3 inches. Lift the knees off the mat 3 inches. Now draw the ribs in. Try scooping the tailbone down so you're creating that posterior pelvic tilt. Ribs are drawn in, tailbone scoops down. Can you exaggerate that movement of the tailbone really going downwards and starting to feel the abdominals getting engaged here? Check that you're protracted with the scapula. That means the chest is puffing in and the upper back is raised high. You hold it for 2 more breaths. Arms are straight and strong. Okay, bring the knees down. Cross your legs, sit back. Put the palms behind the hips, leaning back slightly, feet are together. We'll be working to warm up the hip flexors. We'll be using them quite a bit later. So inhale, lift your right leg all the way up as high as you can. Exhale, 10 degree. Inhale, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, down. Switch. Left, down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. 9, down. 10, and down. Reach your fingers in front of you. So the fingers are in the line of your knees. You're leaning slightly forward, pouring the weight onto the fingers. Lift both your legs up and down for 10 times. In, down. 2, down. 3, down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold for 4, 3, 2, and come back down. Lie down on your back. Rest here for a couple of breaths. Now, for this practice, it's a very subtle movement of isolating the lower abdominals. So what I would do is have a quick look first. You're going to bend the knees at a 90 degree, but please, as you lift it up, keep the knees slightly bent. If you extend the legs fully, this is good, but the resistance of the hamstring is going to lessen the focus of the core muscles getting activated. So even if you're flexible, keep the knees bent. Your arm stays in cactus, and you would press the back down and think of lifting your toes towards the ceiling by 2 inches. So toes goes towards the ceiling 2 inches. So your entire lumbar area is the one touching down to the mat. The sacrum is off. So push the tailbone up, the toes goes up, okay? Let's do this for 10 times. Inhale, stay. Exhale, reach up the toes. Your knees are not coming towards your chest. They're going up. Everything is going up and down. Exhale, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, hold, down. There's a 1 second hold up there. 6, down, 7, down, 8, down, 9, down, 10. Hold it for 10 seconds. 9, 5. Feeling those lower abdominals? Reach up more if not. Back is pressing. And relax. Hug the legs. Take a deep breath in. Relax, exhale. palms next to the hips, extend the legs up at a 90 degree. We will be working on the side body, the obliques line now. Now as you exhale, take both your legs towards the right side and see how low you could get. Ideally you want to get it 30 degrees. And then come up, inhale, exhale to the left side. Inhale up, exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale, the angle between the legs and the torso stays constant, 90 degrees, so do not let your legs go away from the chest. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, left. Inhale up, 3, so 7 more to go. Exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale 4, exhale right. Inhale up, exhale left. Inhale 5, 5 more. Exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Inhale 6, exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Up 7, exhale right. Inhale, exhale left. Up 8, exhale right. 2 more. In, exhale left. Up 9, exhale right. Hold it for 5, 4, 3. Left scapula touching the mat. 2. Come up. And last one. Go to your left side. Right scapula stays down. 5, 4. Use the side body more. 3, 2. And inhale, come up. And hug the legs. Take a couple of deep breaths. A gentle rock, come up. Take a downward facing dog. Walk the dog, release through the legs line. Take this as a break. Two more breaths. Good. Let's come back into all fours once again. So remember the toes tuck, lifting knees. We repeat exactly the same, but this time we'll be working with some variation of that pose in form of a mountain climber. So keep the all four shape, tuck the toes, lift the knees up, 3 inches off. Bring the right knee to the right elbow, set it back. Left knee, back. Right knee, back. Left knee, back. Right, back. Left, back. Right, back. Left, back. Tailbone is down. Right, back. Left, back. Right, back. Left, back. I think it's 6. I lost count. Right, back. Left, back. 7. Right, back. Left, back. 8. Right, back. Left, back. 9. Right, back. Left, back. 10. Hold it. Scoop the tailbone. Super strong. Now shift your body forward. See that your shoulders are crossing the plane of your fingertips, so you're warming up the wrist. Tailbone scoots in for 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees down. If you're keeping that posterior tilt all the time, you would be already feeling quite a lot on your abdominals now. Down dog, join back up. Breathe here. So partly the wrist is being taken care of, but a bit more focused over the wrist and the triceps power while we're doing just 5 basic push-up. So come forward into plank. Your option as a beginner would be drop knee push-up, but please check again that tilt of the pelvis down and a forward shift. You do not want to have the butts high and then trying to go into the push-up. You're recruiting the core, keeping the tailbone down, you're shifting front, and then you're working with your range without losing the core. That's your option. Even if you're doing just 3, it's fine. Do it right way. Those of you can go for 5 full, go for that. So toes tucked up, shift and move. Once finished, join up in a down dog. And take a few slow deep breaths. And bring the knees down to the mat. Cross your legs. Sit back. Right. Now we'll be doing a couple of combination of Lolasana and Navasana. This for me is quite a challenging practice, and since it is challenging, I love this practice so much. So the option is that if you are having the structural thing that your palms, when it reaches down the mat, your arms are almost not touching, it's going to be pretty hard to lift the whole thing up. So what we are doing is this Lolasana followed by Low Navasana, coming back and switching side. So each side we do 3 times. Again, if your arms doesn't really reach us down, use 2 blocks. So in case you do not have blocks, I would suggest you to take books or any elevated platform. So it would be something like this. When I'm using block, I like to grip in the block. The 2 fingers comes through the top of the block. The other 2 fingers is on the side and the thumb is on the other side. This actually depends on the space which your palm have. If you have short palm, it's recommended just use a flat surface to put the palms on top. Beginners, you may not be able to lift both your legs up, so just lift your hips up and that would be fine. Only the hips up, and then join the rest of it same. Okay? Let's go for it. So cross your legs, right foot on top, left at the bottom, palms next to the hip. Push, lower the shoulder, round the back to crunch, and up we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, extend legs, low Navasana. No gaps, lower back in the floor. Come up, chain leg, left foot on top, hands down, push, crunch, raise. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Inhale, extend lower. That's 2 down, 4 to go. Come up, right on top. Palms down, lower shoulder. Go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, extend, inhale. Reach down. Exhale up, left on top. Push, up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Extend, down, up, right on top. Last 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. Come up. Left on top. 5, 4, 3, 2, down. Extend and hold it for 4. Check the back. 3, 2, and lie down. Relax for a couple of deep breaths. Let the abdominals soften. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale. Okay, the next practice we'll be working on the combination of the upper abs and the sidelines. So I'm going to come on the left side of my hip. I'm going to keep my left hand on the head. I'm going to extend my right. I'll lift both the legs up. I'll reach and crunch up with my right knee reaching to the left elbow, and I extend back. My legs are off at a 10-degree, so it's this and back. Okay, so sideways Navasana. Let's do this for 10 times. So legs up, around 20 degrees as a good height. Left hand on the side, right leg bends. Crunch and back. 2, back. 3, back. 4, back. 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, 10, back, and hold this for 4, 3, the right side line, 2, and 1, relax. Lie down for a deep breath. Switch side now. So come on your right side of the hip, legs up at a 20-degree extend, left arm out, right hand on the side of the ear. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, back, 2, back, 3, back, 4, back, 5, back, 6, back, 7, back, 8, back, 9, back, hold the 10, go back, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. I'm going to take one abdominal stretch here. Do an easy bridge, so bend your knees, hip width distance legs, press down through the feet, lift the hips up. You can do a supported bridge or unsupported just to lengthen the space of the frontal abs. And then come back down. Give a hug to your legs. Come up into sitting. Take a down dog. A few breaths here. Inversion time. Regular headstand. If you want to do a Pincha Mayurasana here, if you have that, go ahead. We are not going to isolate and work on Pincha Mayurasanas. It needs description, and this is all level class, so I would expect that lots of beginners are also here. And beginners, if headstand itself is challenging pose for you, probably stay in a half headstand. Or alternately, you can just do a shoulder stand. As long as you're inverting, you're using the core. The dimension and the intensity you use differs whether you're doing a shoulder stand, headstand, or a forearm stand or a handstand. And it depends on your abilities of what fits you the best right now. Okay, so let's do a 1 minute Shirsasana, 1 minute headstand. Alternately again, choose any practices which works for your body. So 1 minute starts now. If you wish to do any variations on your headstand pose, that's fine as well. Bring that on. Last 15 seconds. And bring yourself back down. Rest in a child's pose for 30 seconds. Sit back up. Do any release required, maybe shoulders if you did your forearm stand or handstand, maybe some movement on the neck, which can help feeling the head and the neck better after the headstand. Okay, next posture. Let's work on a crow. So crow is a very fundamental pose which requires arm strength and core strength. Again, if you're a beginner, core requirement in a crow is kind of a bit confusing at time. Keeping in mind that keep the belly drawn in softly all the way from the bottom of the ribs down till the pubic bone. Just draw it in, breathe into the chest. That's the way you start stabilizing the torso as the knees are resting over the arms. If you can't lift both your legs, perfectly fine. You're working on your core over here. You're not really working to get any accomplishment of your posture. So as long as you're keeping it engaged, you're working with the right muscle group for the right process of the class. So let's go. From a Malasana first, set your knees on top of your tricep. Knees on top of the tricep. Center of the tricep is a preferred point. Shoulder width distance arms, index facing forward. Index middle facing towards sideways angle is fine too. Either this or this. Depends on what feels good on your wrist. I prefer turning the palm slightly out. The pressure on the inner wrist is less in that way. So let's go. Just maybe you're lifting one foot up and that's it if you're a beginner. If you have a crow, do it. If you have a one leg crow, do it. So we'll be holding it for 15 seconds. Five more. Bring it down. Relax in Malasana. Take a few deep breaths. Let's do one more round. So set the palms, same dimension. If you were doing 1 foot off for beginner variation, please change the leg accordingly. Knees on tricep, shift and bring it up. Five more. And sit back down. Thumbs in prayer, Malasana, a few more breaths. Let's do a Pasasana noose pose over here. So bringing the feet together. This is not an easy pose, especially to get the arms wrapped back and binding is challenging. Even for me it is challenging. So what I personally prefer is I internally rotate my arm and I put my palm behind my front shin bone and keep my left arm at the back and then I twist. And for those of you who can go all the way back, wrapping around and tying up the fingers, do it. Else just do it the way I'm doing. If it's difficult for you to get the heel down, which I believe many of us may have, use a block and let the heel stay up on a block. So the ankle joint is a lot more in a relaxed form. Let's hold this pose for 30 seconds. We're preparing the twist for a side crow here. Release. Switch side. Keep working to push your posterior shoulder back. For me, it's the right side. If you're following the same as me, it's the right for you. Okay, release. So side crow, couple of quick things to talk about. I'll be making a separate tutorial on a side crow, so check that out if you're someone who is working on a side crow recently. Position of the hands where your legs should be resting, the higher the better, but yet you need bigger twist if your leg is resting higher on your tricep. Anywhere close to the elbows, there is always a feeling that it's too edgy and the leg might slip off. So somewhere at the center of the tricep would be safe, the higher the better. Point of contact of your leg. So I'm taking my hand over, so I'm having my thighs high up, but which part of my thigh should be resting on top of my tricep? I personally suggest keep it close to the knees instead of the center of your thighs. Close to the knees. In future, when you're doing more advanced variation like Kundinyasana 1, moving back into a Kundinyasana 2 and so on, or going into Fallen Angel and stuff like that, it is a lot more better and easier when the point of contact is close to the knees. If it's at the center of the thighs, those ones will get trickier. Also, angle of your arms are slightly opened out, the elbows. Do not hug them in. You lose power and it's easy to collapse down because the legs have a certain angle. The arm have to turn out in order to get that reverse energy of the legs or the resistance to feel the stability. So let's go. Shoulder width distance hands, same as crow. Set it up high, shift forward, lift the bottom foot up first. You can lift the upper one. I personally like the bottom foot because the upper leg can give me control. Stay here or come up into the full pose. Intermediate students, Fallen Angel, K1, anything you want. 10 more seconds. High hips. Okay, set it down. Take a deep breath. Switch side. Legs to the left. Reaching the left upper arm over. If you're same side as me, closer to the knees. Set the palm, hips high, shift one leg up, then maybe the second one, maybe only one. Lots of side body. 10, 5, and down. Sit down. Rotate your wrists a few times. Right. Let's give a break to the arms. Work on the back line. Then we come back to the arms once again. So lie down on your belly. Keep your palms next to the hips. Take a deep breath. Locust pose. Inhale. Arms, legs, chest up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Hold it for 10. Knees straight. See if you can bring the feet closer or even maybe together. Lift the thighs and chest up. One more time. Thighs up. Chest up. Relax. Bring it down. Take 2 breaths. Okay, sit up. Now the following practice is kind of quite challenging. It is called a modification of tiger push-up. And if you're a beginner, please repeat your basic drop knee push-up. If you are somewhere the push-up is comfortable, you can give it a try or just stay with regular push-up. Do the regular push-up without stopping for the full length as we are practicing this. I'll demonstrate you once on what we are doing. So visually try to think you're going from a down dog into a dolphin, shifting forwards into a chaturanga, pushing back up in a plank, going down to chaturanga, and reversing that back up. So it's going to be looking something like this. Lots of deep muscle groups activated there, including your core. So you can try doing, the easier method would be dog, dolphin, shift, cobra, dog. So that's not the full flow, but that's just half of what the full thing was. So it's going to be something like this, or your option: dog, dolphin, chaturanga, cobra, or up dog, and then down dog, and repeat that. And if you going forwards and up, easier. Going from the top and back, much harder. Okay, so take it step by step. Let's do this 5 times. Alternately, as I mentioned, please select your best form where you can keep the core engaged and do the right angle and movement for your push-ups. So choose your practice. Ready? Dog, dolphin, chaturanga, plank, chaturanga, dolphin, dog. 1. So 4 more. I'll do at my own pace, you do at your own pace. Let's go. Once finished, take a child's pose. Sometimes learning different things is important, not just exciting, but also important so that we see the practice from different dimension. There can be so many different various modifications of all these practices, and just keep on pouring more knowledge into your flow and your yoga journey. It helps us to learn more about ourselves, about our body. One more deep breath. All right. The next practice and the last inversion would be a tripod headstand. Tripod headstand. Beginners, head down, keep the triangle. I'm not discussing in detail. If you don't know how to do a tripod, check out my tutorial of, it's not a tutorial actually, but it's an inversion level 1 where I have discussed it on my YouTube. So what you would do is to just walk up, stay here, or walk the knees on top of your tricep, and that's it. That's maximum for beginners. As I'm holding for 1 minute, for those of your intermediate students, you can do your own stuffs. You can do Kukudasana, you can do transitions, it's all yours, okay? If the neck takes in a lots of load, feel free to come down at any time. So let's go, 1 minute. 30 seconds, sorry, 20. Now. 15 more. Hug the elbows. If you can come down in a crow, do it, or just come back down. Take a child's pose. Rest there for 5 breaths. Alright, sit up please. Perhaps next one would be the last challenge, but before you move on, just stretch out your neck again. Neck stretches are very personal, depends on where we feel the tweaking, tension, and holding that point. Selecting stretches based on that is always the best thing to do. Okay, straighten the legs out. So the next practice would be an L sit. From an L sit into chaturanga, back to push-ups, 5 of them. Push-ups are your foundation for any kind of arms. We'll be doing this for 3 sets. So holding 10-second L sit, crossing the legs, going back and going for 5 push-ups. So an L sit looks like this. I suggest you to use a block for most of you unless you're very confident, and it's fine if you're just doing it down on the floor. You're going to lift the butts up, send them back, lift your legs. Alternately, you can cross your legs and repeat your Yogasamrat just like before. Ready? Final one challenge, and after that I'll give you a break. So set it up, press the block or the mat, push, lift, maybe one leg for some of you. That's a huge difference between 1 and 2 though. Cross, chaturanga, 5 push-ups, full range. Let the chest come down to the mat and then push. Hold the core, tailbone is down. Okay, done. Set your knees down, cross your legs, sit back. Rest for 2 breaths. We'll be doing 2 more sets. Let's go. Press and come up. 5, cross, go back, 5 push-ups, hold the core. Okay, set the knees down, stretch out and rest. If you are selecting some options, that's okay, but check that that is your best attempt what you're doing. Okay, last time. Set it down, push, and come up. 5, cross, back, push. Bring the knees down and relax. Rest your wrist. I have one final challenge for you. After that we are done. We'll be holding Tolasana for 30 seconds. Tolasana for 30 seconds. Final time, really working hard on the core. So your Tolasana, not Lolasana. So Tolasana is in a lotus pose. If you do not have a full lotus, you could do it with 1 foot down on the ground. Again, maybe using block. Just the hips up. If you can't do this, If you can't lift up the foot, just the hips up, that's fine too. So have a lotus full thing. Actually, keeping one foot down and then floating it off the mat is a lot more harder, because in lotus you get a locked shape. So here it is. Use a block if you need, or if you don't, set it aside. Bring it up, 30. Last 10. Down. Whew. Release the legs out. Roll the ankle, wrist. And I hope you remember which leg you did for your lotus. Always make it a rule of starting up with the same side so you would not miss out. So I always do right side first, so it's right by default, so I know it's the left coming up. Let's go. I mentioned this because I realized that I did not mention which leg to start on with. And some spaces of challenge should be in your mind too, so that's good. Set it up and go. Shoulders down, abs crunching in, knees are high. I promise this is your last challenge, so don't let go of this. Last 15, come on. Stay up. Last 5, don't let go, keep going. Stay up, 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 and down. Okay, well done everyone. Congratulations. You've successfully accomplished a full core class. Let's do some small stretches. Again, lots of abdominals and shoulder, releasing these two major muscles. Do a lotus again with your right leg, or the first leg which you did. I want you to come up and lie down on your belly. And this is also a pretty good stretch on the hip flexor, which were also the targeted muscle group while working with various poses. And then to stretch the abdominals a bit more, come into a Sphinx position, so you're coming on your forearms. If you want to go into a cobra to stretch more, you can. See what feels sufficient. Okay, come back. Switch leg. Go over on the belly. Come up on the forearms if you did that. And come back out. One minute shoulder stretch of your choice. Of your choice. So do anything which feels good. I will tell you when it's half a minute, so you can switch side if you're doing anything which is asymmetric. You don't have to stay with just one thing. You can do multiple number of practices too. 20 seconds. Ten more seconds. Okay. Sit still in any comfortable posture. Close your eyes. Become one with your breathing. Let go of anything the mind is holding. There is nothing as success or failure in a practice. It is all experience. The more we witness and we practice with an intention of letting go, the more we accept this fact that we are learning really to let go. And on that process, we take in the physical challenge, the mental challenge, and all these challenges makes us stronger to learn the art of letting go. Offering gratitudes to all of you, those who were a part of this practice today. Thank you. Namaste. Okay, so tomorrow, not having any asana classes, we'll be having yoga talk, 11:30 for half an hour. Thank you, and I see there are lots and lots of comments. I will go through them. I'll go through them later. Is there anything you want to ask for now? I still have a couple of minutes, I think, before it gets cut off. Yep, I have 1.5 minutes. It just pops up. I'll upload this on YouTube as usual. Please have a look. I've also uploaded, thanks guys, thanks Rolina, thanks Wendy, thank you Elephant Ali. Also I have uploaded a video which is called Bhagavad Gita, and many of you already know Bhagavad Gita, and it's an extract of the Mahabharata war. I copied from the TV on that, like 1 hour 20 minutes video. Follow that. It's really so inspiring. I watch it quite often, and I have done it for all of the students who wants to know more about the philosophy of life and also interested on Bhagavad Gita. Thank you so much. Nora, I thought you did a class this morning. It's the second one. Not bad. Keep it up. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow, yoga talk, 11:30 to 12, and after that I would be seeing you the day after, which is a level 2 hip opener. So until then, stay healthy, keep up your practice, and thank you for joining again. Namaste.